Hey everyone, I've got something truly unbelievable to share with you all. This might just be the wildest interview moment in the history of Andrew Tate. During an interview back in June, Patrick Bet David released this clip just a few hours ago. It's completely unseen footage, and you won't believe your eyes. In this clip, Andrew and Tristan Tate totally outsmart the police, and it's mind-boggling. It turns out they were in the same cell, and here's the kicker. They were bugged. The backstory is that they were separated initially, but they quickly figured out they were being monitored. They started discussing a movie plot involving Ricky Tan, the crime boss from Hong Kong, and this caught the police off guard. They even developed their own sign language to communicate in the cell without being heard. They went on to talk about how they received information, mentioning a tiny TV in the corner playing Romanian news. Whenever their faces appeared on the news, they knew they were being bugged. They exploited this situation to discuss Ireland, a place they had no connection to. And, lo and behold, the news started reporting about an investigation expanding to Ireland. This move completely baffled their captors, revealing their incompetence. The interview delves into the strategy of their captors and their own countermeasures. They even discuss the possibility of their current location being bugged, and how they went to great lengths to ensure it wasn't. They explained that the police were legally limited in how long they could spy on them, so they eventually stopped, fearing legal repercussions. Despite all the attempts to manipulate and divide them, they remained united, especially with the girls who were also part of the situation. Georgiana served as Andrew's personal assistant, while Lana was essentially a newcomer to them. The girls faced pressure to provide false information, but they stood their ground and defended the truth. So, if you're ready for a jaw-dropping story of wit and deception, be sure to watch the entire video. The twists and turns are simply incredible. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for updates. This is a story you won't want to miss.
Did they ever try to, and by the way, I don't see this working effectively at all, but did they at all try to come in between you and Tristan, or you and the two girls, or the two of you and them? Was there any manipulation and divisiveness going on there?
100%. They tried with the girls especially. With me and Tristan, they didn't try very hard. But with the girls, they tried to put pressure on them to say things that weren't true. And, but the girls were honest, and they told the truth. And they said, we're going to tell the truth, we're not going to lie. The girls could have got out of jail any time if they sold us out, but they didn't.
Respect to them, because my concern was more there.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
But they didn't, and they knew that we were telling the truth, and obviously I love them. I've known them for a very long time, and we're all basically family. And they're like, no, we're not going to lie. We're going to sit here and tell you the truth and tell you that the boys haven't done anything, we haven't done anything.
Did these girls work for you? What was your relationship with these two girls?
This is what's insane. Georgiana's my personal assistant. She literally books flights and organizes my gardener. She's my PA. And the other girl, Lana, Tristan knew. I never met her before. I met her once in my life before. We're an organized criminal group. I saw her at a party once, like a year and a half ago. I was like, what are you doing here? She's like, they need 4 people for a group. You can't have an organized criminal group with 3 people.
Is that the number?
4 by law. So she got picked up.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Because they had text messages between her and Georgiana talking about a TikTok account. So that's what they call her.
Oh, these are the TikTok girls?
Yeah, TikTok, yeah. No, the 2 TikTok girls were victims. But after
those are 2 different.
After giving statements in our defense, they were threatened with jail. They said, well, you're not victims, you're suspects, and you're going to go to jail. So they left her in.
Why did they put you guys in the same cell together? Why were you and Tristan together?
So much of this podcast we're going to have to cut out, but I'll tell you. So much of the podcast we're going to have to cut out until after. I'll tell you. Because they bugged our cell. So when me and Tristan were separate, and then we ended up getting put in the same cell, me and Tristan instantly knew. I was like, hello. He's like, oh, hi, how are you? I was like, good, good. And I was like, why else would they put us in one fucking cell? So then we start talking about Ricky Tan, the crime boss from Hong Kong, and how Carter and Lee are the only ones who can stop him. And what we were doing is describing the plot of Rush Hour 2. We're describing Rush Hour.
A good old Chris Tucker reference.
They're in the case files. Ricky Tan, Carter, Lee, all of it. Hong Kong, all of it. It's all in the case files.
You're joking about that.
100% truth. Talk about Rush Hour 2. And then I said to Tristan.
Turned into a buddy comedy.
Oh, yeah. Jail. So we're talking about Rush Hour 2. It's all in the case file. Carter, Lee, Ricky Tan. It's all the wiretap. And then I said to Tristan, I whispered in his ear, I was like, they bugged this cell. Let's prove it. So we started talking about Ireland. I said, I wonder if they found the assets in Ireland. They took everything in Romania. I wonder if they found the assets in Ireland. We talked about it for about a week, and then we saw it on the news. Investigation expanded to Ireland. Neither him or I have ever been to Ireland in our lives. Never been there. No connection to it. So I was like, look, told you. I was like, yeah. So we continued to talk shit. So that's why they put us together. So we had to kind of develop sign language in the cell. So we didn't talk very much because everything was being listened to, right?
Wow.
So we had just like sign language between us.
And how are you getting this information? Like when the Ireland thing broke, who's conveying this information?
There was a tiny TV in the corner. We did have a TV, but it was all Romanian news. It was only Romanian news, so there's no entertainment value. I don't speak Romanian, and it's just Romanian news. But when my face would come up, and then Ireland would come up in the news. So they tapped our cell. They wiretapped our cell because they had nothing. It was about a month in, and they thought maybe they'll talk about what